guys? Check it out. I'm Rob Odie. I'm in Studio 39, aka the Bear Cave, and this is Spotlight 39, coming to you live. Look, just after the 8 o'clock hour. I apologize, man. We've had some technical difficulties, but we figured a way to work through it. We still are going to get to that film review as promised. It's just going to be a little bit different than the norm. No harm, no foul, man. We're making it work. That's what we do at Spotlight 39. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn the notifications on, give this video a thumbs up, comment during the show. It's going to be very interactive, like I said. Recruiting 101. We got some highlight film breakdown. More importantly, we got Q&A. So don't be bashful. Make sure you throw the comments, whatever questions you got, and we'll answer them live on air. We got some great points of view. So let me throw it up here. Tomorrow night, 8:30, I think it is. There it is. Bang, bang. 4-star class of 24, Sammy Brown, 8:30 tonight, tomorrow night. He'll be joining me. So make sure you tap in. Now let's get into some fun, man. Let's get into it. Let's bring the dudes in, man. How y'all feeling?
Feeling good, feeling good.
Great, man. Thanks for having us.
I love it, man. So look, we got 3 on right now. My guy, Coach Glover, he should be on momentarily. But until he does, man, let's just start off with my guy, Coach McCann, up here in my top left. Hopefully that's y'all's top left. I'm not sure how you see it. But nonetheless, man, go ahead and tell the people who you are, where you're from, what you do, and all that good stuff. And then we'll go to Raw, and then we'll go to Aaron. And then if Glove jumps on, that's cool. If not, we'll get to him when he does. So go ahead and take it away, McCann.
My name is Coach McCann from Buffalo, New York. I'm a football receiver coach at Tyman High School, also an offensive coordinator. I'm a national recruiter underneath Elite Raw Talent, and also I am affiliated with Team Pass in Atlanta. You can find me on Twitter all day, every day.
Good deal. Short and sweet, man. Look, that's my normal co-host for the Tuesday night live highlight film breakdown sessions where we watch your film for free and give you real-time feedback, man. So that's what we do on Tuesday nights, except tonight, man. It's a little bit different. We got not just McCann, but we got next up Coach Raw. Tell them where you're from, what you do, and all that good stuff, man.
All right, so Coach Raw from Atlanta, Georgia. I work with multiple schools in the state of Georgia, some in like Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina. I help their kids get scholarships, educate the parents on the recruiting process. I also have a All-American game for seniors and sophomores. We get kids from all over the country, and we also help them get recruited and as well educate them. And then we just like McCann said, he kind of works with us. He works with us as well, and he kind of helped us expand. So with Elite Raw Talent, we evaluate talent from all over the country, not just Georgia, New York, where we got Illinois, the West Coast with Nevada, California. So we kind of, I ain't gonna say we global yet, but we getting there. So that's pretty much what we're
doing. And being that you plugged it, man, let me go ahead and pull it up. So this is what we're referring to as the bowl game, right? And you put it out there on Twitter. We're looking at, when we look at these film reviews a little bit later, there's some potential where we're going to be giving out some official invites to the bowl game. So make sure you stay on, right? You stay tapped in through the end. 100%.
Looking for some dogs, man. Always some sleepers. I love hitting. Yep.
So let's get into my guy Aaron, right? Go ahead and tell the people where you're from, what you do, all that good stuff, man. Let's learn a little bit about who Coach Aaron is.
Yeah, definitely. Coach Aaron, I run Respect and Honor Academy, RH Academy for short. We're based in the DMV. I'm primarily in Prince George's County, home of a lot of, tremendous talent. I specifically work with quarterbacks. Been in existence since 2017. Done everything from working with some of your favorite NFL quarterbacks that you see on Sundays to some of your favorite collegiate quarterbacks that you see on Saturdays. Coach with the Elite 11, et cetera. So, been able to work with a lot of just amazing people and help them along their quarterback journey. And I'm just really excited to see, where it's going to be within the next coming years.
All right. So, look, right now we're working with upstate New York, cold as all get out, Buffalo, right? Then we got the A represented down south in the Dirty Bird, right, down there in Georgia. Then we got the DMV represented down here, right? And then at some point when Coach Glove jumps on, man, we're going to have the 757 represented. So great points of view from all across the East Coast, man, and beyond. So with that being said, let's get into the recruiting 101. like I said, I'm gonna play producer. I'm gonna let you guys take lead, and being that everybody nominated Coach Roll off air, we're gonna let Coach Roll
Sir.
start with the seminar aspect, man. So let's get into that recruiting 101. Let's drop some knowledge on these kids, these parents, these coaches, man. Whoever's on here right now, first and foremost, I appreciate it. Don't be bashful. Comment. It's gonna come up on the screen. Shout out to my guy Eric. I see you in the building, man. Go ahead, take it from me, Coach Roll.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna kind of do it like I would if I was at a school going off a seminar PowerPoint. So first off, scholarships are earned, not given. A scholarship you're talking about anywhere between $100K worth of education, anywhere to about $500,000, if not $1 million worth of education, depending on the school. You can't just go to your mom and say, "Hey, can I get $100K?" and they're gonna look at you crazy. You can't come to me and ask me for $100K. I'm definitely not giving it to you. You know what I'm saying? So same thing with college. When they come and offer a kid, they really evaluate you, they really like you, and they think that you can come and help their program, reach the next level. And also, y'all gotta understand that college coaches get paid to win, and they're gonna recruit the best athletes that help them win and help them keep their jobs and feed their family. All right, I don't know if y'all got anything else to add on to that?
No, that's
Good.
that's one of my biggest things. That's my slogan too. With some of my kids, when we talk about is all your offers are earned, never given. No, nothing can be just given to you just be given to you. And we call it like a blank check. Like you said, it could be up to almost $1 million. Go take that blank check. If you play just 4 years, 5 years, and you don't make it to the NFL, but guess what? You got a free education. Hopefully, get 2, 3 degrees and turn it into $1 million. That's all I got.
That's it.
For sure.
Yeah, no,
So,
yeah, no, y'all. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
no, you good. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying, man, y'all really hit the nail on the head with that one. I think especially in this day and age, man, kids get really caught up in social media and the blessing honor to receive and the graphics and things like that. First and foremost, like just understand, not every offer that you see is legit. Not every offer
Yes,
is a
sir.
full ride, and so they're not everything that glitters isn't gold. So don't see what other people have and then feel some type of way, feel slighted, start calling yourself the most underrated player in the country, and you played JV last year, and that's not a knock, but it's like, like take your time and do the due diligence to really, perfect your craft and put yourself in a situation where, you can be evaluated on this high level, because college football is a business. Like the NIL has really opened that up. This is a business. It's
Good, bad, or and indifferent, right?
100%. It's a
We see some
multi-million
dudes sign $1
dollar.
million deals, that are now
Mhm.
going out and playing like they're in the NFL, looking, some kind of way. Whereas maybe they didn't
Yeah.
play as hard, to earn that. But look, I think it's a blessing that these kids finally can get paid. And I don't want to cut you off. That's a real different subject, man. With kids, you got high school kids at this point, creating logos and reaching out on social media, trying to get opportunities for the name, likeness, and image, right? But then at the same time, these are the same kids that, at best might have, an FCS offer at this point, but they're looking for ways to monetize. It's like, look, you got to stay focused on your craft, stay focused on the bigger picture, and let the blessings happen. That's my 2 cents. But go ahead, man.
For sure.
Yeah,
So
no,
I'm gonna
1,000%.
bounce off you, Aaron. So like you said, every scholarship isn't a full ride. So I don't think a lot of people understand that. So FBS, you're talking your UGAs, your Floridas, then you go like G5, Kent State, Akron's, Bowling Green, schools like that, Buffalo. Those are FBS schools. They have about 85 scholarships of full rides.
Yep.
FCS pretty much is the same. Most of them. Some FCS will give academic money with some athletic. Some FCS schools like Stetson, Jacksonville University, would just give academic money.
Yep.
And then you got the D2s, and I'm going off the top of my head. They get 35 scholarships, and I play D2 ball. It's about 80, sometimes even 100 of us on the team. You got 35 scholarships for rides, whatever the tuition is, and they have to break that down between each player that's on the team that's on the scholarship. Um, so that's why grades are so important, because when you get that academic money, you want to be able to match your athletic money so you can go to school for free.
No, that's a big point, man. I mean, look, free education is a good education, regardless of the talent level,
Yeah.
right? And like you
Yes, sir.
said, just because I think Aaron actually touched on it, man, you can't be chasing the next guy's, achievements, right? So if somebody posts that they just got blessed with an opportunity to go play ball at North Carolina University, right? Good for them. But the reality is, man, we don't know, is that a PWO? You know, is that a full ride? Like, what does that scholarship mean? Is it a committable scholarship? Because there's a difference between a committable and then an offer, right? You know, is that
Yeah.
offer truly committable? So you never want to chase the next guy. You never, don't classify yourself as an underrated dog or most overrated, most underlooked. Whatever those terms are that these kids are using. Just go out there and play the game. Go out there, play ball, do what you're good at, and let the eyes come to you and use the tools that are available, right? I mean, there's a number of tools on this screen right now. I mean, we got 3 great dudes from 3 different areas that are more than willing to help out, right? And then when Coach Glove jumps on, he's in the same boat. So there's opportunities for you to get better, to get more exposure, to sharpen your skills and all that good stuff. But a lot of times it's about the quote clout, I guess is the term the kids use, right? They want the attention, they want the fame, they want all that stuff that comes with it, but they lose focus of what the mission is, right? And the mission, the bigger picture, is to get that scholarship where their parents don't have to come out of pocket and they get to go play the game that they love to play and get a free education.
Yeah.
Man, Coach Aaron said it when he was talking about, hey, you have a lot of these guys that be on JV screaming they're underrated, but it's like a varsity coach, a college coach ain't. They'll look at your film if they have if you have one of us, they send our coach like, hey, coach, this is gonna be a diamond in the rough in the future. Like they might look at that film because of the relationships that we built. But at the grand scheme of things, you're a JV guy. Like you're not slept on. Like you gotta make varsity. You gotta make those plays on the varsity level. Like JV level is for development, which is nothing wrong with it, like Coach Aaron said. But you gotta realize the level you're playing at. Like,
that's exactly
are
it.
you just playing at that level, or are you dominating that level? Now, if you're dominating that level, then great. Now next year we'll see you on varsity and see what you can do. I think like a lot of people understand, but like a lot of these guys be having offer 55, and then August 1st come, they only get 2 or 3 of them joints to be like official.
That's
You know,
it.
I've had my mentor that taught me the game. He had a kid that had 40 offers, and come down the early signing day, he was signing to McDonald's, like fast food. Like he didn't go to college because he was waiting for the bigger and better when he had top 5 schools. And what could you be waiting for? Like, and he got caught up in the clout, and it was just like, nah, I'm good. I want to get 60 offers. For what? You got the offer you want.
You can only go to one school.
You need one. That's it.
You can only go
That's
to
it.
one
You can only
school.
go to one school.
You go to one school. Like, don't get caught up in that, man. Like, are you trying to impress people, or are you trying to better your circumstances? Are you trying to look cool in front of your friends? I got to show these people I was being disrespected, being slept on, bro. It don't matter. Like, and this is what I tell my kids that are seniors this year. When they played their last game, I said, look around at your teammates. Majority of them just took their last snap. They will not play football after today. If you have an opportunity to play football after today, take advantage of it. Be grateful for it, and then go ball out, do what you have to do. But don't get caught up in the unnecessary stuff that can block future blessings and block future opportunities because you couldn't get out of your way.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
So with recruiting, right? Staying on the recruiting 101 topic, man. What are some of the biggest, pitfalls that these kids fall into that we haven't already touched, man? I just want to make sure that we're touching on most.
I mean, we got to
everything
touch
that we're
on
seeing.
one of them, but the biggest thing has always been grades for a lot of kids. I always recommend my kids to have over a 3.0 because, I mean, a 3.0 is all B's. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it is everywhere else, but where I'm at is 80 is a B. You can get all B's, you get you a 3.0. And it's so many schools that can't tell you no when you have a 3.0. Like the biggest problem that kids have is they give too many college coaches a reason to say no. Grades bad, not big enough, not fast enough, not smart. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't have good football. Like you have to limit the no's. You know what I'm saying? So that the grades is definitely one of the biggest no's I know. I hear a lot with dealing with a lot of kids.
Yeah. Definitely number one is like that, and then the social network. Like you see coaches say like, yo, not on top of that he don't have the grades. He 1 minute he with this school posting all their stuff, and he with that school tomorrow, and he with this school. Like you gotta be like just play the game, bro. Like just be focused on who give you a graphic and go about your day. Who
That
give
is
you a phone call,
exactly
go
it.
about your day. Everything don't have to be like attention seeking, like we talked about it, and that is wrong. What's wrong with the culture? I think now is the attention seeking. They think that the attention seeking will get you the NILs, and the NILs will get you millions, and the millions, like no one has talked about an accountant for these guys. Like
No.
you got, you know what I'm
Financial
saying? But
literacy,
you know what I'm
right?
saying? And those are the basics, like the grades and the social network clout. You know, it's one of the two biggest things that we talk about. You know, like what Coach Ross said, B's is easy, bro. Half of the time you just gotta pay attention to get a C. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'll kick over to Coach Aaron, but that's my two biggest things that I always see.
Good deal, man.
Wait,
So
Man,
look,
wait.
just real quick, hold on, pause that thought real quick, man. I just want to make sure, I'm keyed into the viewers, man. I want to show them some love for showing y'all some love. So Malik Washington, called out Coach Aaron's my guy, right?
man, yes, sir.
Raw's the GOAT, right? We got Alex Rios in the
Told
building from
y'all.
Catholic High School, I do believe. So I appreciate you, Alex. If I got the high school wrong, man, that's my bad. Look. Pancake Nick is in the building.
My man IHOP. My
Look,
man IHOP.
Mr. IHOP himself, right? So look, man, that's dope, right? So Miss Tang, what are we referring to when you say why is important for? What are we referring to? What's the question? And we'll definitely address that. But anyway, man, go ahead, take it from me again. I just want to make sure I address those that that are tapped in right now.
Aaron, you got something?
Yeah. Y'all touched on the grades. Y'all touched on the social network. Definitely agree with both of those. I'll also say, just as far as recruiting, go to camp.
Right.
Like, get exposure. Like, it bothers me when I hear kids say, or actually not even kids, I hear parents say, well, the school doesn't want my son to go to camps. They said they'll handle it. Listen, your coach is responsible for 100-something kids that's on that team. He cannot give this is a news flash, but this is the truth. He cannot put 110% energy and effort into each and every single kid. He's one person. It's impossible. Go to camps and get exposure. All right. Now, obviously, go to the
Speaking
right
of camps, I was gonna say, speaking of camps, man, it's got to be the right one. Reality is, if you're sitting on, a couple of FCS, maybe, some mid-major FBS, right? Why are you going to go to Clemson and Alabama and try to, work as hard as you possibly can to ball out? Which, I respect that, but the reality is, man, that's probably not the school level for where you're probably going to play at, right? If you're a senior, it's at the end of the line, and you got one or two, FCS or maybe low, mid-major type offers. What are y'all thoughts on them going to a Bama, to a Clemson, Notre Dame type camp, as like their main camp? That's where they put all their eggs in one basket.
I'm gonna be honest. When my kids get offers like mid-major stuff, there's no point in camping. We're going on visits, and you should commit. Camping, this is how we talked about with the nose. Camping gives more nose than we need. So once you get the offers, go visit, build a relationship, and lock it in. Because like you said, like a lot of offers won't be committable, some will, and spots are filling up, especially with the transfer portal. You got to be real careful with how long you wait.
Yeah, I'll let Aaron go first on this one.
I agree with that. If a school already offered you, definitely I don't think it's need to go to the camp. I definitely think you need to go on a visit though. Get a feel for it, see if it's a place that you can see yourself being. A lot of these scholarships that are given out, you're not the only one. Just always remember that. So it is located
Exactly it.
If the school offered you and it's between you and two other people and one of them commit, I had that happen to somebody. Where it was between him and somebody else, he was holding off waiting, the other person committed, they pulled the scholarship offer away from my kid. And he was upset. And he was like, well, bro, I told you. So with that being said, like, yeah, if a school offer you, just go on a visit and then make your decision from there. If you have zero interest, if you have zero looks, you have relatively low film, or you just got some playing time, whatever the case may be, you need exposure. So, and again, be realistic with your exposure. If I'm not questioning your talent level, but in your heart, what realistic is for you. So, and if a school is reaching out to you and they've expressed some type of interest and they've invited you out to their camp, like, go and be evaluated. But the whole oh, I'm not gonna do no camps. I'm just gonna do team 7-on-7, and then just leave it at that. Like, it's not enough, man. Like you got to get seen. You got to get eyes on you, and just take advantage of every opportunity that you have, especially coming out of a pandemic year where it was hard to get eyes on.
Yeah, man. Like the committable and non-committable type offers, we've seen it a whole lot, definitely a whole lot recently. You got kids, decommitting left and right? And some of these kids, they're decommitting from an official offer to another official offer, right? Which is, fine and dandy. But then you got some kids who, were committed to say Florida State, right? And then, they're posting, a different picture, 5 times a week that they've been to UCF, that they've been to Miami, they've been to Texas A&M, but they're committed. They're committed already to Florida State, right? But they're posting all these, I guess, quote, clout pictures, if that's what you call them. And when they do that, you then find out a couple of days later that scholarship is now no longer on the table because somebody else in your position just committed. And now what do you look like, right? You just posted all these pictures from all these other schools already being committed to another school. And now that opportunity, or as I like to call it, that blessing is now out the window. So, you've got to be very careful.
Some coaches pull it.
It's a business, man. Like, it's a business for everybody involved. It's a business for the kids because at the end of the day, they're going to go there for 3 or 4 years. They're going to play ball. But then it's a business for these coaches. These coaches are trying to keep their job. As we found out today, Virginia Tech, right? They call for a change. So, it's a process. But think of it as a big job interview when you go through the process. So that's my 2 cents, man. But Miss Tang had a question. Why should a student athlete still complete their FAFSA?
Y'all want me to get it?
Yeah, that's all you
got
in
it.
your pocket,
look,
baby.
man,
That's
man,
free money,
look, man,
baby.
he down there smiling, just waiting. He's like, look, man.
I love this stuff, man. All right, so look. So with FAFSA, kind of when I was talking about the D2s, FCS schools, even D3s and the IAs, some school, mainly FCS do give full rides, but it's some that will do the packages with the academic money, the athletic money, and then financial aid. So financial aid is real important because you get your Pell Grant from there. You get other, some loans if you need it, and also some grant money. So that helps the college put together a package. Because if you get some grants and some Pell money, that's free money for the college coaches to throw on top of the scholarship. So say the school costs $20K, they like, all right, we like you a lot, we're gonna give you $10,000, right? And then your academic is like $3,000, and you get the full Pell. You basically talking about $19K paid for it, maybe the whole thing. So FAFSA is definitely really important when talking about a financial scholarship package. So definitely complete it.
So what else we got? What other topics do we want to touch on while we got this here recruiting 101, man? And then just for the viewers, right now is a great time. Any questions you have, put it in the comment section. I'll bring it up on the screen, and as you just seen, we will address it live on air for you. We don't want to leave any questions on the table. We want to make sure we are as transparent as possible, fellas. So what else can we touch on? What else is of value to parents, student athletes, and for that matter, to coaches, man? Like, we're seeing far too often coaches are doing kids a disservice by not helping them with their recruiting. You know what I mean? But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. So I will let you guys pick the next topic on this here recruiting 101, and we can get that thing started.
The next topic.
Yeah, man. What else can we touch on? Unless you want to touch on that.
I really want to touch on like being realistic. Because, that's something I dealt with from experience. I'm only about 5'8". In high school, I was about 5'8", 160. I played corner, which is kind of small. I was a track kid. But in 10th grade, 11th grade, I never been to a UGA camp. I never been to a Clemson camp. I personally never looked at FBS schools. I played with FBS caliber players. So I knew, I compete with them at practice, but I'm not them. I'm not as big. I'm not as fast. They're twitchy. So, my first camp, bro, I went to Valdosta State camp. I'm going to West Georgia. I'm going to Shorter. I'm going to Morehouse. I'm going to D2 schools, and I'm getting my name in there early, and I'm camping. And what they didn't realize, I went my sophomore and junior year, but people was like, why you keep going? They ain't going to offer you till later. But the coach got to work with me for 2 years before he can even offer me a scholarship. And I even, shout out to Kenyale, that's at Florida State. He taught me, I don't know if people know, all them kids that he had that signed in college in Grayson, they've been going to camp since they was in 7th grade. The schools that offered them first, Auburn, Florida State, who else was it? I think it was another school, but he went and camped them in 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade. So when they did get to high school, the coach already worked with them. They already knew about them at a young age. And I mean, going D1 is definitely about the skill set and potential. But a lot of people don't understand. It's a lot of kids that do go big time that can't really play there, but they did it right. They started in 8th grade. They started in 9th grade. They started meeting coaches. They started promoting themselves. Now he's a 9th grader that's better than everybody else. But when he gets a senior, he's just as good as the rest of them. But he did it right. He started just as early. The GPA, how GPA kids have.
Look, we're all taking over, man. You know, I'm about to just black out my screen. He's taking over the questions and everything.
I like
man,
that.
I'm producer. I'm producer. Nah, man. So John, man, as Coach Raw was trying to read on his little screen, I got to pull it up on the big screen, man. So, do high GPA kids have a better chance of getting a PWO? That's a.
You want
That's,
me to get it? All
I
right.
mean,
Again. Yeah, basically. So say I have a few kids that I work with that have a few D2 offers, Ivy League offers, but the bigger schools do come around like a Georgia Tech or a Vanderbilt who are high academic that will give a kid a PWO if he can get in and get some academic money. But also they see the potential. Like it might be a kid who was underweight, like a let's say like a 6'5", 200, 205 tight end, but he got a good frame. We're like, all right, we don't have no space to take him. We'll give him a PWO, put some weight on him. He grind out for a year or two, possibly earn a scholarship. But we're gonna take a chance on him because we know he's gonna get into the school, have good academic money, and even when he's on the team, we know we can depend on him to do what he needs to do off the field. So definitely 100%. Really, high GPA give you a better chance to get PWO, scholarship, anything you want, for
yeah.
sure.
I mean, GPA is key, right? You got to hit the books harder. You hit the field regardless of what level you plan to play at, right?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So look, we're gonna let somebody else, take this question. So are postseason
Yep.
All-Star games good for recruiting? So there are a ton out there. We've got one, right? So with that being said, I will plug the Elite Raw Talent All-American Bowl, right, down in Georgia. So not Coach Raw. Let's go to Coach McCann. Are these a good idea? Are these a good idea? Postseason All-Star games. There's a ton of them out there now.
There's a ton of them out there. Like me and Raw talk about this all the time. Like you got to go to the right ones. You got to make sure that you're not getting scammed. Like check the history. Check how long they had their Twitter. Check how long their website been up. Check their alumni. Ask questions. A lot of kids ask us questions like, "Yo, what we getting out of going to the All-Star game?" Well, you're gonna get exposure. We're gonna put y'all in interviews, saying stuff like that. Gonna go to camp, you're gonna practice, and we're gonna actually push your film. To me, that's a good. I'm not just saying that because I'm part of it, but if I'm going to an All-Star game and I can leave with a tangible thing of film, that's a plus. Now I'm playing versus guys like last year when if we would have had it, we had the Clemson running back coming. We had guys coming from all across the world that were Power
Yep.
5 offers, G5, D1, and even some of the lower end dogs that was like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just didn't get a good offer, but I could still ball with homeboy. You know what I'm saying? That film right there is another chance of getting evaluated.
Definitely.
But like I said, like me and Raw talk all the time, like you just got to be careful because some of these guys are charging $5,000, and then you get there and you ain't got no room. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no jersey. You know what I'm saying? I've heard all kinds of stuff, and then obviously, you know what I'm saying? No
Bishop
one hearing your
Sycamore.
little voice. Yeah. So
Bishop Sycamore. You ain't even got a school to go to.
Yeah, just do your homework on them. I think they could be very beneficial. I just think that just like anything else right now, a lot of people are doing things for the money and watering it down and getting in the way of good quality All-Star games.
Okay. So anybody else want to touch on the All-Star? Anybody else got an opinion on that? Or you want to jump into the next question?
You can go to the next one.
All right. So look, we got what advice do you have for a prospective athlete who is from a nationally recognized high academic school that doesn't have tradition of athletic success or producing athletic prospects?
Ivy League.
Uh-huh.
I mean, but look,
Well,
seriously, I mean, that's probably what they end up doing. But camps, like we talked about, that's big. Going to camps
Yeah.
early, young age, and actually building relationships. Relationships is definitely the most important thing you can do if you're at a small school, is to actually go out and be proactive yourself. And Twitter is, I tell kids this all the time, Twitter is the best and most, and it's free recruiting like software, whatever you want to call it, that you can use. App is there. All the college coaches are on here. All the people like me, people like Aaron and McCann, like people that want to help you.
That's
Um,
it.
so really just finding somebody that can help y'all out, and give y'all an extra push. And then I know some people maybe just sit down with the coach. I know sometimes that's not a good idea, but it can help. Sit down with the coach and kind of talk to him about the athlete's future and where they want to go and what's the plan.
All right, so
They're
we
not
got
experienced.
another.
This come
That's the same one.
Yeah, so
this
this
come
is the
this
tail
come
end.
where
Go ahead.
oh, my fault. No, I was about to say this is where I was gonna talk about earlier. I get a chance to, but camp where you want it and need to go, and don't camp to donate. We call that say you don't want to pay the coach a salary and Bentley outside. You want to go to a school that you actually could get into. You can actually look at the roster and be like, I could play here. So a kid like that, like I would go to, say, look at the Princeton. Are you that size? Do you have that ability? If you do, then cool. If not, go to some D2s, light it up. Those camps are smaller, and they also have you get more reps. I want to go to a camp where I can get 50 reps. I don't want to go to a camp for $75 where I get 4 or 5 reps, and
That's it.
3 out of my throws is off because I don't have no chemistry with the receiver. So I'd rather go to a camp where I can get all the reps. They can see 40 reps in me. So I think that will help a person like that. Is camp where you need to go, and don't camp to go donate.
Love it, man. So again, if you're tapped in live, man, put the questions in the comment box, and we'll definitely answer them as they come up. But let's bring this up right here, man. Let's talk about this. This graphic is floated around on predominantly on Twitter, a little bit, through Instagram and such. But this is a nice example of how a Twitter profile should be set up, right? So, Coach Raw, man, you want to kind of just touch on some highlights that really stand out here that a kid really needs to focus on, man. Because look, a kid reaches out, says, "What's up, coach? This is Jimmy, right? Peep my film." And I'm like, well, if I'm a coach, I don't want to peep your film, I promise, because you have zero professionalism, right? But then you look at their Twitter handle, and it's like NBA young boy super fan, with a bad word at the end or something. You know what I mean? Like they have some off the wall craziness. So what are our thoughts on this graphic? I think it's ideal, but again, we got other points of view, man. So I'm curious as to what you guys think about how a profile should be set up.
So basically, like it says, use your real name, especially for your ad name, because it makes it easier for college coaches to find you, or somebody like me that's trying to invite you to a bowl game or watch a film or help you with recruiting.
Fortnite
Height and weight.
Killer 204.
Say it again.
Look, don't make your name Fortnite Killer 204.
Oh yeah, definitely don't do that. Nah, don't do that. Yeah, just basically, I mean, if you can't get your name, do like your last name then first. Just try different stuff first, because it'll pop up regardless. Also, height and weight is definitely important. Class, GPA, and then position in high school. And really everything else is extra. If you play 707, throw that in there, because a lot of people like to talk bad about it, but I know a lot of 707 programs that do actually help their kids get exposure and talk to college coaches for their kids. Another thing, like you said, coaches can see what you retweeting. Like if you retweet something, it pop ups on their timeline. If you like something, it pop up on the timeline. So I mean, just be careful on what you liking and retweeting, because college coaches can see it, and your social media is basically like your resume, and they kind of like your first impression is just could be your last one pretty much.
So
So make sure.
McCann, man, how often on Tuesday nights when we're pulling up film do we have to sift through to find out what their class is, what their height, weight, their info? Because a lot of times their Twitter bios like super blank, right? or it's got some irrelevance, like they rock with Hustle Inc., which that's cool, but what high school do you go to, right? What's your height, weight, what position, graduating class? So it's definitely something that we run into, as just resources. Imagine how a coach feels when they try to reach out, man. You just had a hell of a game Friday night. They want to reach out to you on Twitter, and then they can't seem to find you because your name is not who you are. You're Fortnite Killer 204. They're never going to find you at that point. So, I wanted to use this graphic. I think it's pretty important, especially, with the recruiting 101 aspect. But let me do this, man, because we just had somebody ask another question. So let me get that pulled up. Let me get this graphic off the screen. Bang, bang, hold up. Power of live. There that goes, right? And then we got Miss Ruffin, right? So Miss Nicole Ruffin. Appreciate you jumping on. I believe from the West Coast, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know. But she said her son, he's a junior, 3-sport athlete, just decided to pursue football rather than basketball. She feels like he's behind in recruiting, and he's behind being looked at, recruited, all the above. So other than camps, what can you recommend to help with exposure? So I'll take it start. So first and foremost, Spotlight 39 is a fantastic platform. So if you want to reach out, I would love to have your son. I think I've reached out to him offline, but nonetheless, that's what exactly Spotlight 39 is all about. So a little plug right there. But who else wants to jump in, man? What else will we recommend for exposure?
Get that jump to my man, Coach Aaron.
Yeah, he's being quiet down there, man.
You gotta get him live, baby.
Been waiting, man. Nah, I would say, man, you aggressively reach out to schools, aggressively reach out to coaches. So, you want to type up, a pretty standard email, a pretty standard like message and DM. You want it to have your height, your weight, the school you attend, your GPA, your SAT score, if you've taken it. If you haven't taken it, put the date in which you will take it. And you want to just do a mass blitz to the schools that you're interested in. That's one thing that I strongly recommend. Understand that coaches get thousands of film, per day. I'm gonna get hundreds and thousands of DMs, and so if you send one DM, it's a numbers game like anything else, right?
Yep.
If you send one DM,
and don't send it to the head coach. Don't send it to the head coach. It's never gonna be seen.
Look for the person that recruits your area. Look for the GA, etc. The person on the staff that's trying to make a name for themselves. And I'm trying to build that relationship and mass send my information to them, and then continuously follow up. And of course, I'm trying to set up unofficial visits. That's calling, that's going to the campus, that's meeting with the staff, that's touring the facilities, etc. Doing anything in my power to be seen. And of course, she said other than camps, but again, camps is like one of the biggest things also. So that would be my to that.
Anybody else want to touch base, or we want to jump into my man Keon Davis's question?
That's pretty much it, man. That's definitely how you do it.
Good deal. So, does it matter if you go to a small high school to get offers?
No,
This man funny, man.
They don't matter.
Look, Keon,
baby.
Look, man. So
what, baby?
It absolutely does not matter the size of your program, man.
Oh.
It really it matters. That's it, man. It's your talent level, and then it's your support staff, man. And it's the work that you put in. If your support staff isn't there, that means you got to put in twice the work and do everything that Aaron just said, a minute ago. It's a numbers game. You got to blitz and do not reach out to head coaches because they're never going to see you. Yeah. Go ahead, man.
See the Grove 3A. You got AJ Harris that played at a 4A school in Alabama. Shoot, you got Brock that played at a 2A school that's at UGA. So, definitely can. If you balling, they're gonna find you. So,
but and have the grades to match.
Yeah, definitely gotta have the.
Because if you balling on the field and you 4.3 and you jumping out the gym and you benching 225 like crazy and you have a 1.8 GPA, it does not matter. You have to have the grades. You got to qualify for NCAA clearinghouse. Take care of the academic component. And all that does is just enhance your opportunities at getting recruited.
Man, I have a good quick story about our guy Donovan. Man, I was talking to him the other night. He talked to my guys before our championship game. Donovan came to me about 2 years ago, he showed me his cumulative GPA. Me and Raw seen his film. I invited him to the game. He had a 2.1 GPA. I said, bro, as soon as you get to a 2.8, 2.9, I promise you I'll send out your film. Like, I promise you, you're definitely an elite football player. Now, 20 offers later, he was able to commit to Appalachian State. He actually had the opportunity he turned down Boston College. He
Yep.
actually had the opportunity to get into Boston College. So, like we all said, like, grades matter. Like, a lot of people, like, oh, my film busting. I got a 4.3. But your GPA is a 5.7. You know what I'm saying? So you running fast on the field, but you're running slow in the classroom, and it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
It'll
And
hold you back.
you gotta have the grades. Grades talk nowadays. Like probably 20 years ago, there's a lot of guys that snuck in without them joints. And hey, you know what I'm saying? Here go this my nephew. Here go a little bit of on the side, get him in, and then he balled out, and they
Look,
took
man.
care of him in college. But it don't work like that no more. People don't
Aunt
understand
Becky exposed the world, right? Because of Aunt
Yes,
Becky.
sir.
You know, we got kids put on blast, man. So you ain't paying to
Yeah.
play no more. I don't care how famous you are, how deep them pockets are, boy. If Aunt Becky can't get you in, can't nobody get you in.
Oh, they had a whole Netflix show about that joint.
Yeah, look, man, I watched it. I tapped in. Look, Raw is either in deep thought or he is completely froze, man. I'm not real sure. There, look, deep thought, my man. So look, Catholic high school in the building. Here he is. Good deal. And then we got Brock said he sent the film. We're gonna try to get to some film here in a few minutes, man. But any other questions? We got. Let's see. What advice can you give? What advice can you give me trying to get a son to transfer?
College or high school?
Yeah, high school or college. That's a better question, right?
That's fine. Transfer college.
Oh boy.
Nowhere.
Portal.
I kind of look around before you hit the portal, honestly, because a lot of kids hit the portal and they have nowhere to go. I always tell my kids, if you're going to hit the portal, let me ask a few questions, hit up a few coaches, and make sure you got a home first. You don't want to. It's like leaving my mama house. I ain't got no money and nothing, and then now I'm homeless, trying to find somebody to stay with.
So you stuck in that black hole, right? You know, so you end up with some Stranger Things type situation. You know, you want the underneath or the whatever they call it, right? The other side. But nonetheless, yeah, man, definitely make sure that you've got an opportunity before you lose an opportunity, right? And just because you don't have playtime or whatever that case might be, you know, if you don't have another opportunity, then you're gonna essentially piss away everything that you worked for. So you don't want to do that at all. Let me see.
The simple answer to that is to possibly go down. You can just go down, really. And I know, like, if you go FCS to D2, they usually take you automatically. And FBS to FCS, that's pretty much how the game been going for the last couple of years.
I was gonna say, you're saying it more and more often, man. You got dudes that commit to Clemson. You know, they're quote 4-star athletes, right? And then what happens a year later? They find out that, you know, they can't play with the big boys like they thought they could, or maybe they get there and they don't show out like they normally do. Maybe they get into some trouble off the field. Whatever the case is, next thing you know, they're posting respect my decision. You know, I've entered my name into the transfer portal, and then, you know, a week later, man, they're you know, super blessed to announce that they're committed to Brown University. No disrespect to Brown, but that's not Clemson, right? So, you know, just be mindful, take advantage of the opportunities that you're blessed with, and just don't overthink it, man. Enjoy the ride, because at the end of the day, it's over in a few years. All right. So, if your child is an 8th grader but hasn't hit a growth spurt or puberty yet, should he attend camps?
Depends where the skill set is at.
Yeah, but
that's what I tell guys. Like I got some freshmen right now that they balled out on JV, but you ain't ready yet. So we'll go to some smaller camps to get them their eyes from being like bushy tail and stuff. But you gotta know where your skill set is at right now. If your skill set right now is an 8th grader not the camp, guess what? Lock in with Aaron if you're a quarterback. Lock in, train all year, sacrifice some going out of towns, and come out 9th grade swinging. Yeah, that's what guys got to do. They don't value all seasons. Everyone want to value that junior year all season. That junior year all season, you see kids like that don't work out. Oh, I'm in the gym this summer, bro. You already late.
Yeah.
it's a wrap, my brother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
It's a
And,
wrap.
and with the eighth grader, though, what are your thoughts and opinions on, having, underclassmen play 7-on-7 tournaments, man? Because obviously, that's the AAU of football. So, what are your thoughts on
Mhm.
those kids getting out there? A, for the exposure, but I think more importantly, more for the technique aspect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
development
it slowed
for
the game
sure,
down
and
for him.
then age group.
So, we feel
Mhm.
Yeah,
good
no,
about that.
I think it's a good look, if it's in a good situation, and if
Yes,
you're
sir.
playing against legitimate competition, if your skill set is being, grown and nurtured in that type of environment, then I'm all for it. Participating in 7-on-7, going to camps. I had an eighth grader last year who went to Virginia Tech camp and balled out. He went to UNC and balled out, and had those schools looking at him coming into his ninth grade year. So again, if your skill set is on that level and you have the ability, earlier than maybe some other guys that's your age, then by all means, take advantage of any and every opportunity that you have. But if you know
Yep.
you're not ready, then start on a smaller level because once they see you, they've seen you. And so,
Yes,
with
sir.
that being said, like you want to make sure you put your best foot forward and that you present the best possible case that you can make for yourself at that time. You don't want to go out there and make a bad name, and then that's how people remember you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Good
and that's
deal.
what Aaron said. Like that's important, bro. A lot of people understand that. Parents will be like, "Well, we just gonna camp eighth grade year. We're gonna go back junior when he fully developed." Well, if you know he ain't ready, why you at Clemson?
Yeah,
You know
That's
what I'm saying? Like,
exactly it.
why once Clemson see you once, that
yeah,
you ain't coming back around. It's like that girl that you seen once. Like, all right, bro, all right, see, she come back
yeah,
again. You got the same dress on from 3 years ago. It still ain't hitting. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. You got to be realistic. You know what I'm saying? And 7-on-7 football, sometimes it slow it down for guys. Like I had a safety that just did it last year with Team Pass, and then he came and played, organized football again this year, his senior year. He said, "Coach, it seems like everything is so slow. I'm picking things off that I didn't see last year, because
hmm
like Aaron said, is your skill set being nurtured? Are you being
That's
taught?
it.
hmm
Are you just running routes just to run routes, or are you like someone really teaching you how to be like, yo, this is what you're looking for in front of you because this is coming from behind you,
Yep.
stuff like that." So,
Yeah, man. And a great story that I had, Jack White Lightning, I think Latrell, if I'm not mistaken, the last name, Tennessee
Yeah,
commit.
he plays
I had,
the Ground Factory.
yeah. So I had him on a couple of weeks ago, and man, that young man had one heck of a story that he shared, and how he went from completely being, quote, underrated or recruited, to going and just balling out on the 7-on-7, circuit. And he just, I mean, it went from that to then going on a camp tour, and then bang, he was blessed with, I mean, pretty much any Power Five offer out there, and ultimately decided Tennessee is
mhm.
where he wants to call home. So 7-on-7 is a real deal, man. Like, a lot of people have, doubts, or they might question the game, but the reality is there's a lot of eyes on these 7-on-7 tournaments, man. And eyes only mean exposure, and exposure is a good thing when you're trying to get recruited. So that's my 2 cents on that. Let's see.
I got one slick comment for the
By
707 thing before
by
you go
all
into that.
means.
It's real fast. So the guys that diss and slick talk 707, all of us high school coaches, we do 707 in practice every week. So like,
hmm
and some of these 707 guys really have the connections and the relationships that you need to help a kid with offers. So
That's it.
when you slick talking 707, remember when you about to do 707 in practice, it's the same exact thing you talk about kids doing 7-on-7 tournaments. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'd be having to say. Me and my homeboy talked about that, and I was like, man, we really do 7-on-7 in practice, but we be saying sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So that's just something, that people need to realize.
All right, so let me do this, man. I got a couple of graphics pulled up here. Let me pull this one up. My guy, Coach Glove. I guess he got caught up on the call that he's on, man. But right here, this is another opportunity, especially for kids in the 757 and surrounding areas. There's definitely going to be exposure if exposure is what you want. It is a great one-day, little showcase event in Virginia Beach, right? Put on by Game Day Recruits. You're going to have 247 Sports. You're going to have Rivals. You're going to have On 3. You're going to have ultimately myself, Spotlight 39 is going to be in the building doing all kinds of craziness. So another opportunity for exposure, and this one is December 18th. December 18th, Virginia Beach, man. So I wanted to make sure I plug that. Even though my guy could not join us, I got one more up here. I think I'll let Coach Aaron take the realm on this since you're going to be participating as a coach. So you want to tell the people what this is, where it's at, and all that good stuff, man?
Yeah, absolutely, man. 1% Showcases. This is put on by my good friend Rock Carmichael, who does tremendous work for student athletes in the DMV area. Somebody who's really a champion in this area with that. He's putting on this event December 19th, which will be in Gambrills, Maryland at API. If you're a quarterback, you will be working with me. I can't wait to meet you, to work with you and, share some of my knowledge to help assist you. But the recruiting platforms are going to be there. Ed O'Brien's going to be there. Rivals.com is going to be there. Spotlight 39 is going to be there, along with some other just amazing platforms that are really going to place a strong emphasis on help, getting guys exposure. So, we're kicking off the off season right now, right after Thanksgiving, right before Christmas. Don't be the person that misses out on opportunities or don't go to them and then complain about lack of exposure. If you have an event like this, take advantage of it. Go out there, ball out, and then let's use this to kick off your recruiting.
Yes, sir. So there's that, and then one more time, man. Formally, you want to dig a little deeper, Coach Roll. Tell us, what to expect from this event.
So this is our third year doing it. As you can see on the flyer, we got Demario Douglas, who graduated in 2019. He's at Liberty, balling, probably get a shot to the league. We got Chris Scott, who played the year before COVID. We didn't do it last year due to COVID. So he was one of the receivers that signed. He signed at NC State. Then also another 2019 grad, Devon Harper, who did play at Gardner Webb. He just transferred to Mercer. He scored the only touchdown against Alabama when Mercer played him. So I'll just throw that in there.
Recognized.
Yep. So December 30th through January 1st, we are playing on New Year's. I wanted to make it exciting. We're gonna do a big cookout skills event New Year's Eve. The jerseys are stitched. You get gloves, sleeves. We do it big, man. We're gonna do some life lessons. I got guys that come in and talk about financial management, talk about sexual abuse, talk about the things that our young men need. You know what I'm saying? So it's more than just football. We give them like a college-like schedule, and we touch base, on stuff they'll, experience in real life or at the next level. Because once they leave your house, they're grown men, and you can't always go back to mom and daddy. So we try to groom them right before they go.
Good deal, man. So look, I feel successful, man. We just got done plugging all the events without forgetting anything, man. My guy, Coach McCann's up there. He said he was taking the night off. He ain't had nothing to plug, man. What do you want to plug while I look at these comments?
Nothing, man. I'm good, boy. My all-season training for all the guys in my area. We start on the 29th, about 13 more days. So that's about it. If you're in the New York State area, you know what I'm saying. I'm looking forward to meet with some guys, trying to help New York State get some more eyes on it and gain some more attention and exposure.
Look, man, Dev, I'm glad you're attending too, man. I appreciate you tapped in. Let's see.
That boy Dev.
Sorry about the question earlier. Trying to get my son to transfer from an NAIA to a bigger school to have the size and grades. So he's got the size and he's got the grades now. They were just typing too fast on their previous question. So this is the transfer question. So, thoughts, suggestions, recommendations, transferring out of an NAIA to a bigger school. Bigger school being what? What's bigger than NAIA? What is the breakdown for college level, man? Obviously, we know Saturdays being FBS football, right? That's what we know because that's what's televised. But there's a lot of other very highly competitive ball where, Jerry Rice, Terrell Owens, a handful of Hall of Fame type dudes have come out of. So, what do we got for them at, transferring out of an NAIA to a bigger school, a quote bigger school?
Can I take this one?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Man, this is what I would say, and this was actually like the point, the next point I wanted to bring up, if we didn't have a question, and that's simply go where you are wanted. Like that's the best advice I can give to anybody. Whether it's in you're trying to get recruited, you're trying to get offers, you at one school and you're trying to go to another school. Go where you're wanted. You just talked about Jerry Rice and Shannon Sharp, Hall of Famer, went to Savannah State. A D2 program in Georgia, I believe.
Yep.
If you can ball, again, they will call, they will find you. But I've seen guys who were in and obviously I don't know this person's situation, but I'm just speaking on the surface. I've seen guys who were at a situation at maybe a smaller school where they were wanted, they were valued, they were cherished. They got the reps, they got the just the opportunity to display their ability on the field. And for whatever reason, wanted to chase D1 and wanted to go to a higher level, and then they just became another guy. And then, they got one rep in practice. They weren't on scholarship. They were paying everything out of pocket, It's funny because the 5-star kid, if he messes up in practice, coach kind of holds his hand. But if you mess up and you have no money, it's a completely different story. They're quickly telling you to get out. And so, that's the side of it that people don't see, And so go where you are wanted. I've seen so many people miss out on opportunities chasing the bigger thing, not realizing you can be a big fish in a small pond where you're at and take advantage of it. Don't miss out on a blessing because, and again, I don't know this person's situation, so don't feel like I'm, condemning you or anything. But it's like, don't miss out on a great opportunity where you're at, thinking that the grass is greener on the other side. And then you get there, all of a sudden it's not the best situation, and now you're stuck, or you're trying to transfer again. Now you had 3 schools in 3 years, and now that looks kind of shaky. So just go where you're wanted and make the best of it.
Yeah. I tell my guys too. Go ahead.
Go ahead, McCain. Nah, bro, you go first.
I got something real quick. I tell my guys, like, if you're going into a situation like I'm gonna go here and then transfer out, then I can't help you because I'm making the decision for you, not for you, with you to go for a 4-year. That's my game plan. I want to get you to a staff, get you to a program. I'm not even talking about the coaching staff. I'm talking about your development for your skilled coach, your education, and your life after that. And those 3 things, if those are checked off, if you want to go and then transfer out, if that's your mindset, you kind of already screwed. You kind of like don't understand the game and you don't understand the business. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to go here for 1 year, I'm going to transfer out. Only 27% of guys that transfer stay in the same level. So P5 guys, only 27% of those guys out of 100% either stay in P5, and the other 73% they go down a level to D1 AA or even lower. Some of them fall to D2. Some of them fall to, like Coach Aaron said, well, they fall off the face of the earth. It's just not enough spots. You know what I'm saying? So if you not like he said, I'm not saying this is about him, but you know what I'm saying. And one thing is, like, if you got practice film, you better sit there. You better sit tight until you get some good game film. You better sit tight. You know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't got no game film, practice film is cool to us, but in the business world, in the college, man, you better have some game film.
I'm gonna kind of touch off that. Give her the other, point of view. So, say he is playing, does have some game film, or if he was a kid that had bad grades and went in the IA instead of going to JUCO. Now, I would just double back on the schools that was recruiting me in high school if it was FCS, or a FBS. The thing is, I wouldn't, if it's like trying to move up from an NAIA to a D2, I wouldn't do it. Personally, NAIA and D2 is the same thing. They got the same amount of scholarships. They play the same level of football. They get the same amount of money pretty much. And it's still a good level of football. The only difference is D2 is under the NCAA, and the IA is its own organization. So they got a little bit different rules as far as recruiting, but that's literally it. If you want to compare NAIA to any other level, it would be D2. But if you are trying to move him up to FCS, like they said, it is a chance he could become a small fish in a big pond. But if he does feel like he's capable to do that, then shoot, take a chance and walk on. I mean, because 9 out of 10, a FCS school probably won't offer an NAIA kid, even with game film, unless the relationship is already there. So,
good deal, man. And this question is directly, well, for you or McCann, man. Does the Elite Raw Talent Bowl game invite freshmen?
we do sophomores and seniors. So next He next year we got you.
All right, good deal.
Yeah.
And then Miss Nicole Ruffin, she's been lit up all night, man. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the questions. She said, "Do you have any recommendations or connects in Cali for some wide receiver training?"
Cali big though, man. What part?
Yeah.
What part?
So specifically, yeah. So where at in Cali, man? Because look, I flew out in Cali in June. I started in San Diego, and like 8 days later, I ended up in San Francisco. So, Cali's like next level.
Yeah.
My guy Stevie Johnson out there in Cali.
All right. So while she tells us where in Cali, I'll get to the next question, man. Let's see. He said D2 schools are getting a lot of players in the league now. That's definitely true. Not sure if this question was addressed or not, but any advice to 2022 kids that had decent senior seasons but little to no interest in offers? My guy Terrence Hill. So what's the advice, man? Bless this young man. He's a great dude. Had him on the show. Great character. He's got some good-looking film, man. And his new film, he only got bigger, stronger, faster. But he's in an under recruited area. What would you guys suggest from my guy?
Camps.
Who won?
That's what I was. Yeah, I keep going back to it. Like I will honestly, especially if you have just more updated film, because I know 2022 kids, a lot of them, depending on where he's at, probably didn't even really have a junior season because of COVID.
Yep.
I have a kid who's in that situation right now, and so we got to go to camps. Like that's just kind of what it is. And again, blitzing out, sending out your information, trying to establish relationships, so that way the coach knows that you're coming to the camp. They know that you are 2022 and your situation, and then just trying to, ball out once you get there to hope for a potential financial opportunity. Might not be a full ride, but maybe they can piece together some money that can help take some of the financial strain off of you and your family.
All right, so I'm gonna double back on that.
Dang,
Would
so
you be
Mr.
in
Ruffin, I was
2022?
literally just in your area just a few short months ago, man. I wish we could have linked up, and I could have got some film of the Suns, man. But nonetheless, man, go ahead, Coach Roll. What do you got for him?
Oh, yeah, so for Terrence, pretty much,
Oh, for Terrence.
yeah, with 2022, you gotta understand D2s, NAIAs, even D3s haven't even really started recruiting yet. I'm calling D2 coaches, even some FCS. They like, Coach, I'm gonna be honest, we haven't even had a recruiting meeting. So it's a lot of kids like stressed about offers, and the kids they seeing getting offers on Twitter either already had offers, GPA real high, or it's like JUCO kids or transfers. A lot of high school kids haven't really got the offers that they will receive after the first signing day. There's a lot of kids that's gonna blow up the end of December, January. I mean, it's really just being patient and staying in touch with these coaches, building relationships. And one thing I learned is NAIA, D2, D3s, they typically respond to emails. So, like, email those guys, send them your film, tell them that you're interested in their program, hit them up on Twitter, and make sure you got your transcript ready, NCAA eligibility, or if it's NAIA, you have to do the eligibility as well for NAIA. So, making sure you have all your stuff in line for yourself. So when a coach comes to you and say, "Hey," and trying to have a conversation, you got everything ready right away. So
So
just be patient. It's coming.
what do we think about on the flip side of that situation, as far as reclassing and going prep to get a little more exposure, or what are our thoughts on reclassing, going the prep option?
Prep school is a fortune.
It depends, because I have a kid who didn't play at all his senior, like he didn't have a junior year or senior year. So it's like in that situation, it was either prep or JUCO, and so we went to prep school. Now I will say, if you go the prep route, please do your due diligence on the school, because you have a lot of first year programs that are popping up that are promising you, oh yeah, we can get you D1, because they know like that's a buzzword for kids. That's what they want to hear. And so it's like you end up falling into a trap where you at a location. That happened to me. Like seriously, when I was coming out of high school, it was a first year program. It was in Christiansburg, Virginia, and our classes were in a mall. Like that's a true story. So it's like, and I left immediately, but I fell victim to it. At 29, I know now what to look for, but at 17, you don't know. So as a parent as well, like you have to do your due diligence on these programs. If it's a first year program, like just look at it with caution. I want to do a deep dive research on the coach's staff. Where did they come from? You know, what's their experiences? What type of relationships and connections do they have? Because just because it's a first year program doesn't mean it's bad. But I just want to know how real and how authentic this is. You know, will there be a legitimate season? The kid who I have at prep school right now had like 7 games canceled. So we spent all this money. He's gone there. He's played in 3 games. So was it worth it? We don't know. So with that being said, you know, just if you're going to go the prep route with the reclass, please do your due diligence on the school before you decide to send your child there. Because last thing, now we wasted a year and we're starting it all over again.
Okay. Good info, man. So I asked that because I know a very credible, you know, prep school here in Virginia, right down the road, Fork Union Academy. You know,
For a minute though, huh?
yeah, I mean, it's a very credible program. You know, there's been a lot of young men that's gone through that program that have, you know, gone on to Power 5 D1 ball, you know, and on to the NFL, right? So there are good and there are bad. And I think Aaron hit the nail on the head, man. Do your due diligence. Make sure you do the research. Dig deep to make sure it's the right fit for your kid, man. So back to Miss Ruffin in the West Coast. She's in the Bay Area, about 30 minutes outside of Oakland. Do we have any contacts, any connects, anybody we could link her with, you know, for receiver training?
But Ken, where your guy at?
I'll have to text Stevie, but I don't know what part of Cali he in. Stevie Johnson.
Okay.
I was gonna say TJ Hushmanzadeh. I know he does real good.
He in San Diego? Or am I tripping? He in San Diego, right?
I think or like San Diego. That's close to like Dana Point, like around there. Yeah, like
so he's south. He's full blown Southern California.
I don't know California, so forgive me. I've been out there a couple times, but when you're on the East Coast, everything in Cali is LA. Like it don't matter.
That's exactly it.
Is LA to us, so it's like I don't really know it, but he is the only receiver coach out there that I know of.
Cool. All right, so look, I will. I'll do some research. Obviously, you know, I'll hit Coach Glove, see if he's got any connects, man, because that dude seems to be linked everywhere. We'll see who we can find, man. She said San Diego. That's 8 hours away. I know all too well. I made that drive. It went from a beautiful coast drive, riding through Malibu, Long Beach, all that, right? Nice, beautiful water. Next thing I know, man, I'm climbing mountains. Absolute worst drive of my life, man. Once I got outside of Malibu, I absolutely did not want to make that drive anymore. But anywho, man, any other questions from the viewers before we get into some film? If you are a student athlete and you are tapped in right now, I appreciate that. Please comment, let me know, and send me that film in my inbox. The first one we are going to watch is going to be our guy, Mr. Ruffin, because, you know, Miss Nicole has been riding with us since the start of this, and she's been very active. So I'm going to make sure that I do the right thing and get her film up first, or his film, I should say. So let me see if I can't make this work on the fly. What do y'all think, fellas?
Absolutely, let's do it.
Live broadcast. Can we do it?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Shot.
No pressure, right? No pressure.
What position does he
play? He is wide receiver.
Oh yeah, my bad. Tripping.
All right, so let me see. Light film. All right. Let me pause this. Look, we're doing this live and in color, so bear with me. It's a little outside my norm, so I apologize. But let's see if it works. Let's go screen share. Hold on. No pressure, right? No pressure. Where's my little icon of that? All right, so let me pull this up right quick. Hold up for a second. All right, So I think we are solid. Let me screen share here. Bang, bang. We got color. We good? Y'all see
Yep.
my sloppy desktop? That's my bad.
How tall is he?
So, Miss Ruffin, could you give us the height, weight, graduating class of what of your son, please?
Mm,
Oh, he
okay.
played cool.
I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. So versus,
Yeah.
ooh, he ain't about to score.
Is
Ooh,
that a house call?
he ain't about to score.
Oh, that's
He
a
Ooh,
house
actually
call.
played one.
Oh,
ooh,
that's
I
a
like
wrap.
He
him.
got some good film.
One or two.
One
I
or
For
like
two. That's
sure.
why I
that.
said. That's why I had to stop myself because he did have some bangers for the first two. So
Yeah, he caught my attention. Okay, okay, good.
Back of
Good
the end
awareness.
zone.
With the 2 feet in. I like that.
All right, so he is 5'10", 160, class of 23.
Mm. Special teams. Okay. All right, nice. Got some blocks on there. Okay.
Let's see. Look, as soon as I said we're going to watch some film, everybody wanted to jump in, boy. Everybody's coming out the woodworks. I appreciate that.
Oh, okay. I like it.
Oh, no. Did we lose it?
yes, sir.
Oh, no.
I like
That's
him.
my bad.
Yeah,
I tried to get fancy. We back up and running. I try to get fancy
Yep.
and pull up the comment on the screen. So some well-rounded film.
Yeah. Solid.
So
I like that.
what do we got, man? Let's get some feedback. Good, bad, or indifferent. Let's not just hype him up. Let's not just tell him he's real good and stuff, man. Let's give him some real feedback that's
Nah,
tangible that he can take with him.
the only feedback I would say, and I'm like, look, I'm reaching for something, right? It's just to show, and if you don't have it, then you don't have it. You don't have what you don't have, but show a variety of routes. So that was the only thing that I didn't necessarily see. It seemed like everything was a vertical. But I mean, good ball skills. I saw you went up on two people and made a big play. You got some DB film on there. Coaches love to see that. The more positions you play, just the more marketable and more, exciting that is for a coach. I love the special teams play on there as well. And you show blocking. So that was something that was big also. You show that you're not afraid of that type of contact. So the only critique I would say, and again I'm like searching for something, is that you just want to show a variety of route running with your film.
Yeah, that
What else
definitely
we
makes a
got
big
there?
difference as far as recruiting. Like I don't know if people notice, like when you watch big Power Five guys or FBS kids or even FCS guys, they do a good job taking screens to the house, a slant to the house,
Mm-hmm.
breaking off that corner route. Just little stuff like that, finding the hole and then taking that for six. Just being more, explosive and shoot, knowing that anytime the ball touch your hands, you can go for six. And that's what college coaches want. They want athletes and playmakers. And I like him. He looked real explosive. Like, I mean, to be able to burn people in Cali, I know Cali can run, so he
Look, man,
definitely
I got
fast.
firsthand look at what Cali football looks like.
Yeah, he definitely can run. Shoot, the weight room would be big for him to help him with his blocking, and then as far as just getting stronger, he even get faster and be able to break out his breaks a little bit better, and his bursts will get better just off lifting weights. So off
Good deal,
season
man.
definitely.
So some great feedback. I thought it was some great film, man. And just, my guy Eric, who's been tapped in the whole time, he's had nothing but great things to say in the comment box. So look, let's get into the next film. We're gonna do. We got 5 minutes worth of film. We're probably gonna watch about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, just for time's sake, and be respectful of others that are watching. But this is Brock Boyer. Let's see what he's got, man.
Okay,
Mm,
good hand.
that's some good off.
Is that the first play we want to see? Let's see what we got, man.
That's his go-to right there. That's his go-to.
He got a quick first step.
Oh my.
Sheesh.
I'm hearing a lot of sheesh and a lot of oh. So what are we
What year
seeing?
is he? You know?
And right now we're 2 for 2 with no slow mo, McCann. Just pointing that out there.
There you go.
Yeah, no, he got a real quick first step, man. I like how he uses his hands too at the point of contact. Like he's very
Yeah.
good at getting people above him.
He
Good
been
job.
well too.
Yeah, he got a high motor as well, man. I see that.
So we're gonna
Okay,
watch this last play, and then
let's see.
I'll let you guys close out the feed. Oh,
I want to know how big he is.
Man,
What year
that's
is he?
the flag on that one.
yeah, right. That was a little touchy.
Yeah.
So that was Boyer. He is class of what? Class of 22. Class of 22, 6'1", 245. Allentown, Pennsylvania.
All
All
right.
right, so
Send
feedback
me his
while
Twitter.
we got it. Let's have some fun, man. We got Pancake, IHOP, call them what you want, man. We're going to have a little fun with my guy Pancake Nick while you guys finish out some feedback on Brock Ed. Oh, we got no Ed. Never mind. I was kidding. What else we got for Brock while this loads up?
An invite. I need his Twitter.
Hey, Brock, hit my guy Coach Raw. He's got an invite for you. Giving out Elite Raw Talent Bowl Game invites live on air. Brock, you are a recipient. Hit my guy ASAP. In the meantime, enjoy Mr. IHOP himself, Pancake Nick.
Okay,
Pancake
come on.
Nick.
Bang!
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I love that, bro. So the
He
truth,
moved,
man.
He got
I know I'm training QBs, but I absolutely love offensive linemen, man. Goodness.
No, man. Me and McCann talk about O-line being the best friends every single week. And our guy Nick, look, he's going to eat real well the further he goes along in his career.
Man, they run a triple option too, so he got to be athletic because he always
He's super
moving.
athletic, bro. He can move in space, get
He
to
gotta
the next
be.
level.
That triple option ain't no joke. I hated running that in high school. It's good for a lineman though.
All right, so check it out. If you want your film reviewed, make sure you send me your film link in my Twitter inbox. We're going to watch one more play after this. I'm going to let you guys bless Mr. IHOP with some feedback from somebody aside from myself and McCann, man. I'm curious to see what Coach Roll and Aaron's got to say about Mr. IHOP. Last play right here. Bang.
I'm all the time. Nah, he can move, man. I like that. Like when I look at linemen, a little bit that I know about offensive linemen, I want to see how well do they move. Are they nasty on the point of contact, man? Are they mean? Like that's what I want to see. You know, are you physical? If you pull and you come around that edge, man, are you looking? Do you have bad intentions? Are you coming around just hoping people get out your way? So he definitely hit the criteria with that one.
Yeah, he's long, got good feet, real athletic. Don't look like he too big. He look like he kind of slimmed out. He got a good frame. So I was curious to know how big he was, and I want to know why he ain't had no offers if he don't. He looked good on tape, definitely.
Nah, I don't think he got offers. I think he like 6'3".
What year is
After
he?
all his stuff, I think he's 24.
Yeah, he's young boy.
He out there.
He on the
life will change,
ERT
man.
board.
Ooh, he class 24. I like that.
Yeah, he definitely deserves
No, he
something.
class of 23, 250, 6'3",
Yeah, he's still gonna be all right though.
Yeah, he
three
say
point
he still got
seven
time to get
cumulative
that.
GPA. Yeah.
Please make sure your grades are good, man. Like for all the kids that we watching right now, please. Because once the coach
Can't
see this
stop
and he
3.7.
pull up that transcript, if that transcript don't match what we seeing right now, it's gonna be all for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so check it out, man. We're gonna get into the next Kevin Daughtry. He says he's the top defensive end in New Jersey. Let's see what he's
That's
got.
tough. That's
Funny,
tough.
bruh.
Hold on.
That's tough.
Let me pause it right here. So check this out. We're gonna do the 3-play rule. As if you're sending your film to a coach. We're gonna watch your first 3 plays. If it keeps our attention, we're gonna ride through for another couple of plays. If it doesn't, we're gonna cut it. We're gonna give feedback, and we're gonna move forward. We're not doing that, out of penalty, but that's the reality of the game, man. When you send your film out, that's what you got. You got 2 to 3 plays to capture the attention, so that's what we're doing. So, fellas, let's stick to
do
that
it.
rule. Play number 1. Uninvaded to the quarterback.
That boy not getting away. He look long.
Yeah, he do.
Oh, he quick.
Right
He,
That kid athletic. He probably outside linebacker for real.
yeah, he look long and rangy.
Yeah, and he fast.
Hey, Brock,
Mm-mm.
man, if you can hear us now, watch the replay. You'll be able to hear the feedback. But more importantly, hit my guy, Coach Raw. He's got that elite raw talent, All-American bowl game invite for you. Hit him on Twitter. And for anybody else who wants your film reviewed, make sure you send that film to me in DM. I got sidetracked. How we feeling? First 3 plays catch your eye?
Yeah, he nice. I want what? He 2022 as well.
How tall is he?
That's really what I want to know too.
Yeah, he look kind of slim. And then how much does he weigh too?
Y'all gonna make me do a bunch of things at one time, but it's all good. So he is
Oh,
class
my-
of 22. He is 6'3" and a half. He said give him that half. 235. Defensive end, outside linebacker, tight end, rocks a 3.5 GPA.
That's what I thought. I thought he was gonna be more of I think he's more of a stand-up outside linebacker, rushing the edge type of kid.
And right
I mean,
now
he's real explosive off the ball.
and he runs a 4.72 40. So he's all right for a big dude, right?
Yeah,
and
solid.
then he's got 10 sacks on the season. Hold on. So we got 10 sacks, 23 tackles for loss, 25 solo tackles, 3 pass deflections, 19 hurries, 58 total touchdowns. More importantly, he's got 0 offers.
Gee, what's the GPA?
GPA is a firm 3.5. So that is Kevin Daughtry, man. Bless this guy with some feedback, some tips, what can help him during this process while I queue up next.
I mean, real good player with his grades being that high and being in the area that he's in. I would definitely reach out to some pioneer Ivy League schools. Maybe some D2s up there. Just because it's late, a lot of schools really like FCS and mid-major won't be looking as much as they were before. But he's definitely a college level football player. Like he can go to a D2 or a Ivy League or a Pioneer League and eventually play. So I mean, right now we just keep posting his film, following coaches on Twitter. Make sure you tag those coaches when you post your film, and send out some emails and reach out to Coach Raw.
There it is.
I like that.
So peep this. So this is our guy Tyler. I don't even want to badger the last name. Class of 22, 6 foot, 220, linebacker. Plays a little fullback, man. Shout out to my man Pat Ricard, Project Pat of the Baltimore Ravens, bringing the fullback position back. I love it. And he is out of Keller, Texas, man. So let's see. What do we got for him? 3-play rule, fellas. 3 plays. And I am being told Coach Glove is finally off of his business calls, and he will be gracing us with his presence here momentarily. This is play number 3, right? We gonna keep watching?
Yeah.
Where we at?
No, I mean, I can give him some feedback off of what I saw.
Let's do it. Good, bad, or indifferent, man. That's what it's about, man. Let's help these kids get better. So go ahead and hit my guy Tyler with some feedback. Class of 22, 6 foot 220.
So I mean, he got the good size. I would just want to see. I want to see him more like blowing that gap up. You know, when I think of linebacker, I think of me. I just want to see him really just blowing the gap up, making tackles backfield. But it did look like he could drop back coverage. Honestly, I mean, with him being a 2022 kid, I definitely think he can play like at an NAIA, you know, possibly D3, depending on what his grades are. But I mean, he's not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, he got the frame. I think he gotta get developed. That's all. Some kids just develop a little bit later.
I got you. So, hey, Dev, man, just to answer your question, who do you need to send your film to? It looks like you're 39. We will get to that, I believe, next. But this is IHOP. He's calling himself IHOP, man. This is Big Baby, Taj Big Baby Boyd, right? 6'5", 315 pounds, class of 2023, offensive tackle, currently holds offers from Morgan State, Jackson State, Maryland, and
school,
Pitt.
Morgan State.
And Pitt.
And Pitt,
Hey,
McCann.
Hey, you better commit, baby. Hey, come to Pitt, baby.
This dude was focused.
Yeah, come to Pitt, stick a block for
He's huge, man.
ball, baby. Yeah.
3.8 GPA. So he's got the grades. He's got the skill set, man.
You got the size. He pretty much he
6'5",
shoot
315.
Mm-hmm.
Keep working. Dreams come true. He got everything he need.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he can move. Good footwork.
And just to shout it out, he is part of the Smith set, Oscar Smith High School, #1 high school in the state of Virginia. Shout out to the 757.
Hey, only question I got for him is why you waiting?
You waiting on
the Pit, baby?
I knew it.
Just do it so they can get the ball to my guy Addison, baby. They need a big guy like that.
So go ahead, man. Hit my guy Big Baby with some feedback, man, and I'm gonna queue up Dev right here.
The biggest thing I would say is that I find my younger linemen usually getting caught up with is just maintaining like the weight. You never want to get too big to where you can't move how you once could. Also make sure you're always stretching and working that mobility and flexibility.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the big things that these college coaches care about. Especially with you being that big, you definitely want to make sure that you can stay flexible and mobile. That's what's gonna make you your money. So, I mean, right now you look good. You're working.
Gotta be able to bend.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so check it out. This is Dev Jackson.
What position does he play?
Let's see. He is 6 foot 285, defensive tackle, nose guard, class of 22. 3-play rule.
It's always hard to see the plays in the trenches, though, man.
Yeah. But I
especially
hate,
5 years.
The camera angle.
Yeah, man. They got to zoom in, man. Like, we up here in the nosebleeds. Yeah, it's good hands. Like that.
So we good on 3 plays, or we want to watch a couple of more?
I'm just trying to see something because it's so hard to see it.
It's hard to see. I can't lie.
That's super small right there, bro.
Yeah. I would say, man, slight hack for him. Like, this is just a slight hack, bro. I would recommend screen record all your plays, go to iMovie, and zoom in on the clip. All right, like literally
Perfect
zoom
advice.
in, save it, and then repost it like that because it's so far away. It's hard to see. So like if you listening, bro, that's what I would say. Because you can have some really great plays, but I mean, at least for me, it's hard to kind of really see you.
Gotcha. All right, so let's move along. We got C.J. Brooks, 6'1",
Man,
175, class of 22, quarterback.
quarter? Oh, talk to me.
So we getting a little of this, a little of that.
Where he live?
I will
I
pull
need
that up here in
more.
a second. Orlando, Florida. I'll give you
For
full
sure.
stats off his Twitter here in a second.
Oh yeah, we gotta get you.
Oh,
to Maryland.
Olympia. That
We gotta
receiver,
get you
they
to
got
Maryland.
a receiver over there. He
All
probably
right,
throwing to
three.
him right now. He probably Victor Jones right there.
I
One of them
like
Okay,
boys.
Olympia High School, yeah.
good touch. Way to pull him away from the DB. I like it. All right, and show me a variety. Okay,
Look,
we
man,
athletic.
Aaron's in his comfort spot right now.
Yeah, this
He's
is what I
solid.
do. I like that.
Look,
2,
man, I
3.
want you to give this man some feedback.
All right, CJ. So the biggest thing I'm seeing right now, bro, our first 4 or 5 plays can't be all deep balls. So we want to show you want to show a variety early, man. Like the sequence, I can say I want to go 1 deep, 1 intermediate, 1 off platform throw left, right, and in my 4th play, if you got to run, put it on there and just kind of like recycle that sequence of plays. Because once a coach sees 1 deep ball, we've seen them all. So we don't want our first 5 plays to be flies, but you definitely throwing the rock, man. So good job, but you just want to have a variety of stuff. You see, like that's another fly. So
He getting out of here though.
yeah,
That
he
boy
can
can
move.
move.
Yeah, he definitely can move. I like that. Good job. Way to
Dog.
crease. Way to play.
All
Ooh.
right, so that's where we're at, minute and a half. Get my guy Dev Jackson. Oh nope, that's not Dev Jackson, man. That's my bad. That was C.J. Brooks. C.J. Brooks. Give my guy C.J. Brooks some feedback, some final feedback.
I
I
need
know
him in the
Coach
bowl.
Aaron went in.
Yeah, Aaron got it though. That's just what he do. I'm a DB guy.
Yeah, nah. Like I said, man, it looked good. Like you definitely athletic. You can make a throw. I mean, you definitely can make throws. Just show a variety of passes. That's it. You know what I mean? Like we again, once the coach has seen 1, 9 route, they've seen them all. So we don't want every pass to be 50, 60 yards down the field, with a receiver wide open. Like you really want to mix it up and show them intermediate routes. I want to see a 10 and out where you went, 3 rhythm where you Brady stepped or 5 rhythm and threw the ball, etc. So yeah, man, just show a variety.
All right, Aaron, you go ahead and take this one. Introduce this young man.
Yeah, this
Tell
one's
us
mine
who
right
he
here.
is, where he's from, and all that good stuff.
This is one of mine. This is Ryan Manning, played wide receiver. He led the state of Maryland in receiving yards, had over 1,000 yards receiving, 11 touchdowns. He goes to Bowie High
So he's from
School.
Maryland.
Yes, sir. You know that.
Straight up
Big
Merlin.
time. Yeah, man. Class of 23. Real excited for him, man.
And what's the walk me through or bring me up to speed on the talent level that he plays in, like district wise, man, because obviously Maryland, you think about the St. Francis, right? You think about the more known programs, but what's the talent level in his district? What is he playing against? Are these
Yeah,
are these some D1 type dudes, or is he seeing like 1D1 dude per team? What's it looking like?
Mhm. He's in the 4A. So, I mean, Maryland go up to 4A. So, as far as public school is concerned, like this is the top that Maryland Public got to offer. So, and as you can see, is everybody, and then it's him. Like he's just that caliber player. But I don't want to sound like his agent. I want to hear what everybody else got to say because I see him on a daily. But as you can see right here, I mean, the kid make plays.
All right, so let's get some other points of view, man. Coach Raw, Coach McCann, what are we seeing? What do we like? Where we see opportunity.
Man, I like
How
his
big is
speed. He runs a lot of routes, and he ain't just running 9 routes. So
Yeah, he
that's
crisp.
my biggest thing.
I like how he step on that toe, get out, burst.
Hey, Cyrus, man, I
Like,
appreciate you jumping on.
catch everything with the hands. Look like he real disciplined, like he coached well. You can tell.
Yeah, he definitely
And he creates
on that route
separation.
running
Like he
stuff
caught the
too.
ball at the 30 with the DBs. Now they are still on the 20. So I like him though.
Let's close it out,
Yeah,
man. Give us some feedback.
23.
You said
Hey,
what?
so he from Maryland, right? So I was
Yeah.
taught like a few months ago as Maryland is Merlin. So Merlin is where the ball players is at. So that's what I
Yeah,
was
for
taught
sure.
few months ago.
100%. 100%.
Man, look, Huddle and their 30-second ads, man. So while we're waiting on this ad, this is Cameron. He's a wide receiver slash DB, class of 23. Runs a 4.640, 6'1".
Mm.
So once we get through this and Under Armour gets paid, bang. So Cameron Goggins, I believe is the last name. Like I said, class of 23 athlete.
He from Georgia. He
Um,
he gonna blow up, man. I know this kid. He a
he's
dog.
excited. He said, man, I know this kid.
He
3
from up the
plays,
street. Nah, he got way more than 3 plays. That's 2.
All right. I like the first 2.
He actually take a read step. That's what I like. DBs be flying out of there. He taking a read step.
Kid a playmaker, man.
Post.
And grab too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he nice.
Oh.
Yeah, he's
Hey,
solid.
You better get this on.
My man got it.
Oh, got him. Oh my gosh.
Man, if
Watch
he didn't have to break his step, that would have been so
You
much.
gotta drop them
prettier.
hips, baby.
Oof.
You drop them hips, boy. Anything, you can sell anything, baby. You can sell water to a whale.
Oof.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I like him.
Wow.
Oh
The only thing I'll say, kind of like what Aaron been saying. I mean, you could tell he's a deep dirt kid. I honestly would recruit him at corner. The kid's long, he can run. You know, he's a playmaker. Shoot, backpedal. That's all. That's my best advice to you. I think you would be a great college corner.
yeah. He taking read
Yeah,
steps, boy.
how tall is he?
He should be
I'm
like
pulling that up here.
6'1", right?
He is 6'1".
Man.
6'1", class of 23.
Yeah.
At 6'1", bro, you a much bigger corner than you are receiver.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes, sir.
you are a much bigger corner than you are receiver. At 6'1", at a receiver, that's kind of average height. At corner, you are a rare anomaly. So
Yes, sir.
just remember that.
Six DBs play at one time. 6 DBs play at one time.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Mr. Blizzard from Western Branch High School out of the 757 here in Virginia, class of 23. 5'8", 190.
Yeah, I can tell he both.
I had his teammate on the other night. Desmond Cook committed to William and Mary.
Nice.
Over
I like
North Carolina.
He going through. Oh gosh.
Yeah, ran through them. Yeah, he hit the hole. Run behind his pads, cover that ball up, knees up high. That boy a truck, man.
Yeah, he
He an issue.
Man, he's like real. He's just like stout. His frame is thick.
Yeah.
He got some good, decent speed, it seemed like, too.
Oh, he hit the gap. Nice.
Yeah, he nice, bro. I like him. How tall? What's his size? His height don't really matter, but like, what's his size though?
He's 5'8", 190.
Okay.
5'8", 190, man.
They'll put weight on him when he get to college for sure.
So go ahead, hit him with some final words while I pull up next.
I like how he hit the hole hard. kid. I mean, he got his knees up, cover the ball well, run behind his pads. I would just say keep doing what you're doing, especially with you, like with him being that stocky, kind of like I talked with the lineman. Even as a back, you gotta make sure you're flexible. You gotta make sure you can bend, and always continue to, try to get faster. Because you're gonna
And,
always
and,
have that rock. Your build. That's your build. So
and show some
go ahead.
pass blocking.
Yeah,
Show
for
some
sure.
pass
A
blocking.
lot of running backs don't do that. It is crazy that they don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so next up, somebody that Coach Aaron knows, Chase
Oh,
Williams.
who's that? Yeah, Chase.
So go ahead, give us the background, and then we'll get some other points of view on the film, man.
Yeah, y'all got to check me. I'm a little biased with Chase, man. I had him since he was in the 7th grade, so this my young one. But I mean, go to St. Albans, won a championship with good counsel, WCAC. Went to St. Albans for his senior year and balled out. So got a cannon for an arm. You see the pocket awareness, able to move, create space, keep the ball 55 yards down the field. So that's that. Rolling out, flip the hips. I like it. Good touch on the ball. Good throw. Oh.
Uh-oh.
You made his tape, didn't you?
Come on now. You see that sequence?
Oh, wow.
You see that sequence? What I tell you that 4th play was gonna be? What I tell you?
Yeah, he slide too.
Oh.
Look at him.
Yeah, good feet. So yeah, soft tip.
Hey, that first play didn't go recognized. That man had someone on his ankles or his hips.
His
He
feet
definitely
was
threw
side by
somebody on
side.
his body.
His feet was
Yes,
side by
sir.
side. He threw the ball 50 yards. Okay, off platform to the right. Talk that talk.
Yes,
Nah, he
sir.
saw it.
You said he got another year?
Nah, he's 22.
So what's his recruiting look like?
So we got some. I know he got like UNC Charlotte. They talking to him. Maine's been talking to him. Got some Ivies that's looking at him. Some other FCS programs as well. So
Look, man,
you
Maine
know,
loves the DMV.
yeah, he was another one that was hurt because of COVID, but you know he's definitely making the most of it now.
All right, so let's pull up.
We might need a quarterback for the Bulls, eh?
Yeah, he saw it. I like him.
Hey man, all he
Definitely
got.
slang it.
Let him know he be there. Oh, got no he be. Okay.
Oh, this dude. Let me mute that.
Hey, do me a favor and just play that play over. I need so everybody can see that one.
Yeah. All right, so this is Noah. Oh, this is
Yeah.
all right. Look, I'm trying to produce and do everything at one time. So this is Noah. Had him on the show last night. Here's the film. Coach Aaron, you be quiet. Let McCann and Raw get some feedback.
Oh, he got a rocket. Roll out. Bro, all your quarterbacks play the same, like together. Like you can tell, like they train. You can tell they train with you though.
Come on now.
They do a lot of stuff.
Come on now. Come on, bro. He just got
Like,
hit in the chest. Threw the ball.
That's crazy.
He's got hit in the chest. Threw the ball 40-some yards. Come on now. And he can run.
That's that 4th play, baby. I knew that was coming.
That 4th play, dog. I told you. Look, go right back to a deep one. Look. 40 yards down the field, right over his shoulder. Oh, keep going. It's one right here. Watch this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, keep going. Don't worry.
Oh, he a dog.
On a rope.
No, he earned his stars. He earned those stars and stripes, baby. And he got a Pitt offer, man. He trying to go to Pitt.
Hey, look. Hey.
Look, McCann pushing hard.
Hey, I'll be up there
Saturday,
man. Send me the link, man. Send me the link. I'm going up there Saturday, man.
Trust and believe.
Sliding that link.
Hey, he playing in a championship on Saturday too. They ain't been to state since 2010.
Oh, and he can win. That's big. Cool. I love that's quarterbacks, man. You gotta win
class
games.
of 23. They played in the state championship game. They weren't predicted at all to really win much games at all. I think they were 8-2 or 9-2, something like that. So, good footwork right here on the RPO.
Oh, there you go. Bang, bang. Good read.
So
All right, so we
he's
gave Noah a
definitely.
little over 2 minutes, man. So look, let's get Raw. Let's get McCann. Let's get some other points of view. What do we got for him? Good, bad, or
Hey,
indifferent?
man. Good, well-round quarterback. A guy that can do it all. Like, got some good arm strength, can scramble. Don't want to get down, not take no extra hits. And, shoot, you can tell who he training with, baby. He
Yeah,
got
pretty much.
that thing on him.
He looked real good.
Got that
Good
thing on
touch.
him.
Work.
Yeah.
Got good pocket presence. The kid's just like, I mean, the fact that he said he's in the state championship, the kid's just a winner. And you can tell off some of them plays that he just does anything he can to try to win that football game. So, I mean, I definitely would want a kid like
What class? What's his height?
you 23 though, right?
I'm sorry. You said what?
His height.
What's his height?
Oh, he's no, he like 6.5, 200 solid.
All right, so check it out. Next up, Mr. Stone. We've got zero info in his Twitter bio. Looks like he just created it. Well, he created it back in October 2020. He's from Bradstown, Kentucky. He's got no profile picture and zero info, so I couldn't tell you his anything other than what's on his huddle.
He's a quarterback.
Is he the quarterback or receiver?
He is quarterback and linebacker, I believe, is what his huddle said.
That's a hell of a combination. QB and linebacker. Okay.
I could be wrong. Let me see.
Yeah, quarterback.
It says he got 27 catches, 7 touchdowns, some receiving yards. So maybe he converted to receiver, but his initial huddle had QB on there.
My first advice is be clear about what position you are and highlight yourself. Now, if you're the QB, you don't have to highlight yourself, but right now, I'm not gonna lie, I still don't really know which one we're looking at.
Yeah, so let me just stop that here, man, and just some raw feedback. We got to update the Twitter page, man, because it's got zero info. I don't even have a picture of who you are. Secondly, you've got to make sure you have a title screen for your huddle. Letting coaches know who you are. Put some stats in there. Make it important. Make your first couple plays pop, and like they said, highlight yourself. If you're not the quarterback, you want to make sure you're highlighted. So that's my feedback. I don't know that we can give much more than that at this time, but fellas, feel free to jump in while I queue up next.
I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure he was the quarterback, though. That's what it looked like.
So this is a sophomore running back. This is, let's see, Sav Mike. Again, we got no info. So I'm guessing Sav Mike might be the pops to Markel.
Oh no, I know Mike played. I played high school ball with Mike.
All right, so maybe you can give us a
His
background.
little brother is a sophomore, so I think he just know a whole bunch of sophomores.
So we got Markel Johnson. Yeah,
this might be his little brother though. He say he in Florida.
He in Georgia. Well, I don't know where Markel is, but class of 24 running back.
And he's sliding.
You fellas having fun? We getting tired yet?
No, I love watching football. I do this. I was gonna do this anyway. Just not on live.
Oh, that slow motion.
Man,
don't do that.
Oh man, can't do it.
Stop. Little bro, do not do slow motion. We say that with love. Seriously, we're not trying to bully you or anything like that, man. Like, don't do slow motion
for TikTok, for the Instagram, the Snapchat, all those. But when you're sending it to your coach that you want to evaluate and hopefully recruit you, Give them real speed. They want to see real speed, real action. They don't want the cinematic effects. They want real deal football. So look, the chat's real quiet, man. If you're a student athlete, parent, coach, if you're still out there, comment. Let me know you're watching, because unfortunately I can't see what we've got going on right now other than the huddle film. So if you're out there, comment. Let me know you're out there. I appreciate it. We got enough to give an evaluation. How we feeling?
No, I mean he's just young. You know, he runs well for his age. He's not really. He's kind of. You could tell he's kind of relying on his speed more than anything else right now. Not really looking for contact. I mean, you shouldn't look for it, but I think his game has just come with getting older, getting more comfortable and hitting and getting stronger. Um, so he'd be able to be a little bit faster, be able to break more than 1, 2 tackles, you know, and just that just changes game to hit the next level. He's good for his age. You can
All
definitely
right.
just tell that he's young though.
So next up, Thomas um, Putman, Thomas something. Class of 23, 5'11", 195, linebacker, Woodland High School, down there in the
That's
A.
yeah.
Is this somebody you know, Coach Roll? Somebody you
I
got the
know.
inside scoop
I
on?
know. I'm familiar with him. You know, Quentin Thomas went to Woodland from the Big Eight.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't say how's he doing, man?
Well, he's at Eagles London now, but he's balling.
I was gonna say his
He got offered
recruiting
by
picked up that much
recently.
more.
Just a little bit.
Very nice.
He'll be all right. This kid ain't bad though.
You know, Mr. Foreman, man. First and foremost, I appreciate you staying tapped in. I bring your comment up on the screen, but it messed everything up, so I'll just read it. He said a lot of talented athletes and honest feedback given from the host and the guest. So much love, much appreciated, man. That's what we try to do here. Spotlight 39. We got elite raw talent. We got, what is it, king to king mentoring and training up there in New York with Coach McCann, and then respect and humility, or correct me, Coach Aaron, man. I don't want to mess it up. What's the plug on the
Yeah.
respect?
Respect them on the academy. Yep.
There it is. Look, I knew I was close. I don't have my little visual in front of me, so I was freestyling it. All right, so we got about 2 minutes. Where are we at? What do we like? Where do we see opportunity? What feedback we got for him?
I mean, come off the edge, good. Attacks the football. He just, I mean, every kid is just you got to develop. Some kids just develop a little bit later. I think he still got the frame to fill out. He's not as strong as he could be. Not as quick as he could be. Not really using his bend to his advantage coming down the straight line. He kind of going around, which taking more time. And then just just show a little bit more versatility on your film instead of you just rushing off the edge too. If you drop
Yeah.
back a little bit for that, just so you're doing a little bit something different than just come off the edge. Another quarterback, definitely for Aaron.
So quarterback, we got let's see, National Honor Society team captain, 4.4 GPA. Not sure he gets much better than that. Class of 23. He is
No, that's Jackson.
6'3", 175. He runs a 4.740, and he runs track.
It's Jay Biddy.
From Frederick, Maryland. So I know Coach Aaron knows him. You can tell by the film.
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna be quiet though.
Look, man,
Yeah,
consistency, man.
Yeah. Nah, I will say this. Jackson. You said what?
He a younger kid. What is he? 23? Y'all said.
Yeah, Jack 23. Jackson's one of the hardest workers, bro. Seriously, not you know how people be saying that being cliche. Like, nah, I genuinely mean that. Super selfless. Like, randomly got pulled at free safety for his team, and he was just like, okay, and then went out there and did it. So, very sneaky, athletic, man, can run. You saw that displayed. Super poised. Doesn't get super excited, doesn't get super down. Like, there you go at free safety. So it's like he just kind of just focuses on the task at hand. There you go, hawking somebody down. So
Hey, Aaron, real quick, man. Our boy Charles Brooks wanted to know if you were at the Philly Elite 11.
yeah, I was there.
Good deal. Yo, JT got some nice film. Dude's an all-purpose back who can run, catch, make people miss, and pass protect. All right, so we got enough to give an evaluation on Jackson. Aside from Aaron, what you fellas got, man? Because we got another Coach Aaron. Look, the DMV showed up tonight, man.
Who is this? Oh no. We already saw this. This Ryan. We already saw this one.
We already watched Ryan?
That's my receiver. Yeah, we already saw Ryan.
All right, well, we gonna watch it.
Yeah, Ryan is the one that went to that go to Bowie.
Good old, yeah, that's a solid D2. I had some kids from up there that came to the bowl game 2 years ago. Marquise Miller, and that was my boy.
Nah, you
yeah, a few of them boys.
Miller, yeah,
I had Malik. Yep, Malik.
Yeah, he had Bowie State now. He was committed at Howard. But yeah, he had Bowie State now.
Got fired, right?
Yeah.
He a dog.
Yeah,
though.
we already saw this one.
All right, that's my bad. Back in the building. All right. Do we have anybody else? Let's see. All right, so Coach McCann, look, we're gonna wrap it with that. Let me come back because we done ran through everybody. We got everybody. Let me see if I can come back screen here. If I can figure this little joint out. Let's see. Ecamm live, bang. We're gonna come back. We're gonna close out the screen share. I'm live. I'm back. Coach McCann is gone. He had to jump off here. Oh, you here? Oh, I just got a black screen. So look, check it out. I'm gonna close this thing out. It has been an absolute honor and pleasure. Hopefully, I kept up with everything that we was able to do. I think we set out to accomplish a few things, man. So if we want to recap, we hit them with the recruiting 101. I think we were successful in that aspect. I think we cleared up some questions. I think we gave some great information. Then we moved into the Q&A. I think we answered some great questions from some parents, some student athletes. And then we got in some great film, right? Like I said, man, Coach Aaron and the DMV really showed out. You know, we had some dudes from down there in Georgia. You know, obviously the West Coast, Miss Ruffin, I appreciate you tapping in. I appreciate your boys jumping on. Lots of good film, man. So definitely hit me offline. And I'm going to see if I can't find you a wide receiver trainer out there near the Bay Area. But look, man, any closing remarks, any last, tidbits, any last plugs, anything we want to get off our chest before we close this thing out?
I just text Aaron. I need that quarterback that we watched, so I can invite him to the game.
100%. Man, I would say QBs, you in the DMV area, you in Pennsylvania, Virginia, Northern Virginia, Southern Virginia, you in New York, whatever, man. Tap in, bro. Let's get to work. Seriously. Just you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram at Coach Aaron RHA. Visit us online, therhacademy.org. December 19th at the 1% camp. I will definitely be there. I'm looking forward to meeting you, working with you. And again, let's work.
Good deal, man. So there's that. Like he said, December 19th in Maryland. December 18th, Virginia Beach. And then we done blessed a few with the official invite. So make sure, Coach Raw was taking some notes. There will be some invites being sent out. So again, fellas, I appreciate you guys taking the time. It's been a lot of fun. We ran this thing over 2.5 hours, and we had one heck of a turnout. So thank you to all of our viewers who stayed tapped in. Hopefully this was useful. Hopefully you guys took something away from it as student athletes, as parents, any coaches that might have jumped on. This is what we set out to do. I think we accomplished that. Hopefully we get to run this back, a few more times in the near future. But with that being said, I'm going to close this thing out like I do every single time. Fellas, I appreciate